Oh, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to an episode of Destroy New Venice. It's not really Destroy New Venice, don't panic. We're moving eastwards. I wanted to do something with neighbour connections that I didn't use elsewhere. Maybe Maxis Highway. Let's see, we've got two roads next to each other. When we go to Nuova Verona, anything with two roads, we know that's a canal. Oh, that's irritating. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Just leave that there. Okay, we save that. So I'm not going to do too much in depth starting off with. I'll do a lot of the transfer off camera, maybe. I don't know. We will see. We will see. But the canal is going to be a big feature, so I want to get that lined up and sort the neighbour connections out. So I don't know how much I'll do today. I don't really feel like much, to be completely honest with you. New Venice has been draining. In terms of the amount of time it took to make the troubleshooting. I think my mod set has changed a lot since I last pressed play on the city, which was a very long time before I started doing this in July last year. Obviously work got busy, there's some other stuff going on as well. I don't want to bang on too much about the whole personal things, so don't worry, I won't bore you with those things. The one thing I don't have any kind of plan for is the canals. Obviously you can't see there where they are. I think one will go around and go up. One will go there, and maybe one will go south. Yeah, there we go. I might just do that today. With regards to the terrain problems that I had, well, I think that I had, when I last played this region, I didn't actually get round to the tile that I decided to use for New Venice. I stayed further north. So the region view made me think very fondly of the old New Verona that I made. Old New Verona. Yes. Shouldn't take too long to run. I'll probably have to give myself a monster war chest here though. So I might do some a little bit reminiscing from my time in Bologna and maybe have the... Yes, I know it's there, don't worry. So let's start here. I think I want it to be at the level on the other side. First of all. That's perfectly flat, but I'm doing that out of habit. Where's the other one? Go back in and fix that up in a little while. Alright, so being mindful. I mean, I might as well just give myself a stupid amount of money now. Would help if I put Moolah in. So I don't have to keep giving myself from the bank of Simtropolis. So a little overview. I think this will be quite residential. For a commercial area here. With some possibly some industrial at this area, but more residential, following the line of the... I think if I just would pop to the map, the next one is going to go through. So things will come out the other side for the most part. I have some rail planning to come down there, but that's probably going to change. But the canal will remain. So let's look at this canal, and that's going to go down. Oh, that's going to be interesting to make that bridge work. That probably will meet up with that railway line and go into town. I haven't decided how I'm going to do the station yet. The canals are an important feature, so they will be done. So I was hoping for some meandering to the city limits, and maybe go back up again. So for now, this is going to be very rough canaling. I'm just going to throw pieces in. I'll have to look at the plan for next time. Maybe sort out the neighbourhood connections. See how much time I've got. It's quite late in the video. I did to sort of showcase the end of New Venice. It took a lot longer than I wanted to because I kept finding things that I forgot to do. I think at the end of that I actually killed the population by about 50,000. But this is where a lot of them will live. I do quite like Venice, and I do quite like Verona. It's one of my favourite cities in Italy. As far as I know, there are no canals, but we're not strictly tied down to reality here. SimCity after all. God, menus getting longer and longer, aren't they? I did actually download some pedestrian steps for different levels recently. I did want to try them between the marina area, but there will be no marina area here, but in the other city, which I plan on putting into the north of New Venice, that will have a dock. Now I've only tried that a couple of times with mixed success, but I won't do that just yet. I think the thing we need is to satisfy, well, there's two things we need to do fairly desperately, and to satisfy some industrial demand there, That looks dodgy as, doesn't it? I had a feeling it would when I did it, so we'll use the strict slope mod. Yes, I'm using a new slope mod that seemed to accompany NEMS 46. Looks like we're stepping it up a little bit, doesn't it? So let's keep these here. Let's see what this looks like. So we know we now have the canal, so we don't need those pieces. That's not as strict as I would like. I didn't think that I went for the strictest. Let me try an avenue. That's much better. And we'll do an avenue there as well. There we go. Canal has a slight slope as it goes off towards the sea. I'm scared to have a look at my... If I move the SimCity window I can see it, so... I suppose the canal can go up as well. To the north of here is going to be a farming... Well, I don't know why I'm doing that, sorry. A farming countryside mountain town, so there'll be a bit more variety, don't worry. It's not all skyscrapers. Gotta say, we could do a little bit better there. There we go. See what we do. We'll see what we do. There'll be a little bit of industry here as well, but the majority of it will be elsewhere. Yeah, I'm still not quite feeling this. Let's try the... real highway. This is not a canal mod that I've used. It's gonna look slightly off, like there's a thing. There's a little bit of brick there. I suppose we could put a lock in. Can't remember how to do that, but it was before Christmas that I did that one, and that was really out of necessity. Might be more realistic. So I'll tell you what, let's lose that. Yeah, we'll achieve too much more here, I don't think. Funny that the insects are still messing around in front of me. They're between me and the screen, and that's incredibly off-putting. I also have to remember to fix the canal at the other side. 15 minutes and I've done bugger all. suppose we could do. Let's see how it looks. I think I'm going to remember what menu I want to go to and actually go to the right one. I'm quite happy with that. That's nice. Okay, yeah, we'll keep that. We'll build something nice around it, maybe. Like a park where people can walk their dogs. A bit like in Bologna, where I was a few weeks back. Yeah, that's much better. Let's get back to the correct orientation now. See how far we've come. So we need a main canal to go up and down. We'll build something really nice around this. Please allow me to be the first person to say this is going to look really nice when it's finished. At the rate I'm going and at the rate I went in New Venice, should be my 50th birthday. I'm not anywhere near 50 yet. I might add. It just feels like it sometimes. Okay, so let's see. We don't want to go too far. Maybe to here. We want to clear the river down there, which we've pretty much cleared. We have to remember that there will be things, but this is not the final. This is not the final. We'll leave it at that. See what our options are for. I've got another canal right here. I wonder if we'll have JIP with reconciliation. Keep this all the way for now. Things will undoubtedly cross, but we'll come to it. The canals are the centerpiece here. Oh, we have one more. This one will just let go down, so that's the one that's gonna. That's the one here that's actually gonna go straight to the river, I think. I'm probably gonna end up putting things in, so I'll just put a one piece there. I can live with it being a bit odd at this point. I'll leave it go as far as there because I do want it to. blend into the river. I'll put some reeds in and various other wildlife. If I will do more of the boring stuff off camera, I'll try and leave the fun stuff for camera. So that's the one that's going now. We're going to have it veer up and still have it meet that at some point. This one will be independent. Its meeting place was there, so I did see this. Let's look at those curves. I saw some curves there. I'm not sure if they're the same as I used in the last tile. Yeah, do we not have right angles? Sorry. Do we only have right angles? It would be nice to do a little bit diagonal. I'll have more canal mods. I don't really want to change canal mod now though, but okay, bend it is then. This is something gentle and relaxing to ease us in before the mayhem starts. And what I'll do is I'll build this residential area. I'll design, whatever this is design, building. Oh, what an idiot. I won't be leaving it so long, so there's not much point putting big ones there we know we're going to need. Yeah, get away with that. Just need a rough outline really. We do actually still need one canal coming up here, don't we? Maybe we will connect to it. Let's do the turny thing again. Oh. Well, without diagonals you can't really make your own, can you? I was thinking maybe I can make my own. Yeah, don't forget at times the canal will be disappearing under the railway and everything else. I suppose we should decide where that's going to be. That survives, I'll just put a 1 in. I don't think anything here is going to be surviving. Maybe I can do something special. The reason I'm starting with this is because I want the canals to be more of a feature, be it for residential areas, commercial, like in New Venice, or for industrial areas as they were originally intended back in the days. I am no longer making an effort to allow for the various bits of traffic that are going to come up. Well, we know that's not going to happen, so there's no point in doing that, is there? That's probably a bit too much as well. I think the commercial section should be maybe where the canals meet the river, perhaps. Okay, we have a... Gets a bit topsy-turvy there. It's starting to get mountainous, so what we'll do is we'll it's just there. We'll work out the rest of the terrain at another time, but that'll be the terrain level for the upper canal. We'll call this the upper canal. We might end up having to put 2 locks. We'll call the... Oh, there's a hell of a chance I'm going to remember this when it comes to that sort of thing, but we'll call this area 2 locks. The old aqueduct. Oh, there we go. Oh, 28 minutes. I still have to go back and repair the damage I did to the other. The other canals. Go away. Honestly, it's winter time. There's no need for... Oh, this is going to be fun. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a very good call, actually. Let's do some slightly less cowardly landscaping. We can go underground. It can go underground for a bit, so it's best that it went underground at a lower level, huh? So we'll do the canals here. Go back, fix the canals in New Venice. I'll put the roads through. There's a long way to go. Oh. It was worth replacing that on the dodgy angle because I'm going to have to do it sometime anyway, right? So even if a lot of these aren't going to survive. I should really look at the map and see where the next part below that will be. Yeah, this is going to look really nice when it's finished. Alright, let's flatten and put the lock in. Might actually be that the lock is too close to that. Oh, we can make it go under there, it's fine. Yeah, it didn't look very straight. Let's just straighten this bit out. There we go. Still doesn't look brilliant. It's because the rest of the area is quite bumpy. Wrong menu item. I wanted to go to the really slow parks menu. So I was getting alerts from my little monitoring system I have here. That looks quite nice. I've killed a lot of them. It's because I had the audacity to grow indoor peppers about 3 years ago. They managed to survive at room temperature. Oh, it's not that I don't mind, it's just I don't really want them to fly in my face. If you could avoid that, that would be really helpful, boys. I should really have been doing the 2x2, shouldn't I? That would be better for destroying when I find that I have to destroy something. It's a smaller area. That's starting to look a little less dodgy now. I'm looking at canals, there's no neighbourhood connections. Oh, I'll do them next time. We'll do the canals, fix the canals up. It's been a nice, peaceful, easy, relaxing one. Gotta see how this works with my transport map, but we'll make it work. Probably find in the next episode. We end up destroying things. Now this is the top one, so that's going to end here, so we can put that in. Yeah. We'll even go for a wider curve. Yeah. That's the man says when you click on the library. Also, I'm waiting for the parks menu to get loaded. I'm gonna go turn the heater on again. It's getting cold. It's gonna be an interesting one. This is just for guidelines. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. It's a great episode of me saying, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. We'll make a park running up along here. Again for the dog walkers. Might as well make this bit look nice. Okay. Did we do this one? I didn't think that we did. Oh, humblest apologies for the yawning. Wow, 39 minutes. That looks good. That looks good. I'll see how many times I can get away with that in any given time. There's much to see here, is it? It's nice and it's actually easier to do that than just on the off chance that we fill in any gaps, on the off chance that we don't get rid of it. I mean that one, yeah. Let's at least do that. There we go. That I know we've done, because I've just done it. Look how quick the game is when you've got nothing here, huh? We don't need them. I'm scared. I'm not scared, I'm reticent to look at my plan and start doing the neighbourhood connections, because it will stop the music. There's a reason for that, isn't there? They're not coming. Anyway, so that goes there, and we've already done that. So right, okay, so let's see what it looks like from above. It's very hard to say at this early stage. I think it will look nice. So I'll do the neighbourhood connections and plan. I'll have my plan on the. Let me just get rid of them. I'll have my plan on the. On my screen tomorrow. I'll have a really good think about it. Yeah, I think maybe on the other side will be residential, perhaps, or industry. A bit of residential around, maybe. Well, residential there, and another smaller business district. Let me just put the things in and we'll call it a day. Yes, timed quite nicely with us just wrapping this up. Might not seem like a lot. 43 minutes of canal planning. I like canal planning, but then I'm the sort of person who spends probably half an hour looking at Google Maps before bed sometimes. I might think, when I get a few minutes here and there tomorrow, I might just look at the region map and the map between these two cities and the one to the north, and think about how I'll do it better, so that if I'm going to change anything, I'll change it in advance. I'm actually looking at it now. The railways were surprisingly square. It looked like a game of noughts and crosses. So that's obviously going to get curved, especially with the canals looking quite square. I can look at the map in safety now, you see, because there's no music playing, because we're loading up New Venice. So I'm not sure when this goes. We're scheduled up until the February the 6th. That's going to be a really big one. That's the decoration episode. The number of times I've seen people have asked me how do you do the decoration. That's an hour and a half, and believe me, I was rushing, because at that point I wanted to try and get the city ready for New Year's Eve. I could probably spend 2 or 3 hours decorating a city, in all truth, and then I probably went back and had to decorate the other bits later on. So I think New Verona will be a lot more smooth. It helps that we've already got New Venice started the region. I have in the past obviously played cities and built them at the same time, but New Venice was a centerpiece. I wanted that to be perfect before I played regionally, and it was a long battle. Looking at my plan, New Verona doesn't seem to have any sort of highway infrastructure, so that might have to be remedied. It's surrounded to the north by a sort of residential. Well, it will be surrounded in the north by sort of residential and agricultural tile, and the east the same, and the northeast the same. So it's probably doesn't need one going west. It might have one that just goes north, and then the two motorways will that motorway and the one in New Venice will sort of go up further north, where there'll be another sort of larger city there, which incidentally has the same name, the same tile that it had when I last played this region. I like it a lot. So there's not much. We could have one motorway going north from New Verona. I'm looking at the plan that I've got, which is basically just a screenshot with scribbled lines drawn on it using the Microsoft snipping tool. I don't know what's to the south. That's why I need to go to my other one, but there we go. So we just fix the damage here. I quite like. I would say I quite like the idea of the road next to the canal, linking to the city. I just know that it's just going to become congested. Yeah, very brutal square edges here. So we already know that, well, we've got square edges and lots of rivers to intertwine with the canal system, but in New Verona we've got nice curved corners and junctions of canals and then brutally straight lines. I may do something about that, but this was a quick and dirty to get started, because in the next episode we'll do the neighbour connections and we will lay down the initial transport network and then work around the canals. So just bear with me a few more minutes. We'll just fix the damage we did here. But it was important to me that the canals in this city lined up against the canals in that city. I didn't want to guess. I mean, I know no one's going to know, but I'm going to know, and I keep saying sometimes not everything has to be perfect. But some things do need to be perfect. And when it's the centerpiece of your city, that does have to be perfect. Well, perfect in my opinion. I suppose perfect's relative. I wouldn't be too upset if people are thinking, well, that's not perfect, that's bloody rubbish. Although I don't often say that to other people or about them when I watch the videos. So. We'll get there eventually. This might be, some might say that this is quite a boring one. I think I've probably overstepped. Oh no, here we go. Oh, the waterfalls. I've gone too far. See, all this talking nonsense. Filler. No, I haven't gone too far. I haven't gone too far, see? Trust your instincts. There we go. Right, let's see if we can work out the inner corner. No, outer corner. Might as well do the rest of the corners while I'm at it. Oh, I'll tell you what, I do like that real highway junction there with the decoration. That's somewhere I would like to drive. Hang on a second. Is there Falconer? Oh, heavens for that. I was just about to say that renders the entire operation last hour completely futile if there's another canal I have to try and plumb in. But luckily I am hallucinating. I have gone crazy on canals. Canal crazy. I can think of worse things to go crazy with. I have to admit I'm beyond caring doing the 4x1. If I'm already in that one, I'd rather click 4 times. God, just 2 more pieces and I'm done. 2 more pieces and I'm done. Come on, come on. Hey, right, so thank you for bearing with me. God, I've got to say that New Venice, yeah, it's getting a bit glitchy there. It was performing a bit better. Yeah, so originally what would have happened is that the canals would have been used up as far as this point now, but they would have used the rivers and this canal here to get to the sea. Yes, very nice. As I keep saying, it's going to look really good when it's finished. This is practically finished now. And we are almost there, so I'm dropping a save and I'm saying goodnight. Ciao, ciao.